At times, nature seems to be in love with contradictions. That which lies dormant and unattended, for instance, either can fester and die, or wait in a form of stasis for the nutrients that will make it bloom. The story of the romance, and I use the word without hesitation, that has bloomed between Alex and Ani in Spain begins with an overture that was made and then promptly lost for months with a smilax of burgeoning and intertwining leads and opportunities. As I discovered on a wintry February day, a woman called Mercedes had left her card while visiting Alex and Ani's Newbury Street location in Boston. At that time, she had asked that someone give her a call because she was interested in marketing our lines in Spain. 4 attempts at contact by Mercedes ensued, and none of which I knew about. Then, as I was in the midst of making a change at the top of our wholesale accounts management system, I learned of her to-date futile attempts. For some time, I had been dealing with the conclusion that the American workforce needs to stop thinking that it has achieved the greatest pinnacle of success, that in essence, there is nothing left for the collective to learn. Rather, we should be finding ways to satisfy the world's hunger for our products. As I contemplated all of this within the context of a response to Mercedes, the term "physician, heal thyself" came rushing to mind. It turns out that Mercedes' card had been set aside after an initial contact in which she introduced herself as a distributor. And someone then, but no longer, at Alex and Ani, had responded, "We don't do that," whatever that means. I took action and soon discovered that Mercedes is the #2 person at CityTime, the 4th largest distributor of fashion, luxury, and jewel brands in the world. In short order, we were involved in a Skype call and with CityTime principals, which resulted in the setup of visitation here and in New York, and weekly conference calls now, to ensure the timely progress of our new plans. Over the past few months, Alex and Ani and CityTime have worked together closely and productively. Meetings have taken place here in Rhode Island and New York, and I'd also again like to point out Tom here in the front row, having been so generous as to show the world the way we do things here in Rhode Island. Meetings have taken place, and plans for our distribution of Alex and Ani lines will be finalized on a scheduled visit to Spain. In addition, a strategy based upon a 4-store test launch in Spain's El Corte Inglés, Europe's biggest department store group, is in the final stages of development. If all goes well, Alex and Ani will have a strong presence in all 92 units of this $18.5 billion chain in Europe. I initially identified CityTime as a qualified distributor of Alex and Ani due to its size, the 4th largest distributor of its kind in the world. Even more persuasive, however, was CityTime's commitment to work in tandem and harmony with us. When CityTime told us that the introduction of Alex and Ani's product in Spain will take at least 5 months to accomplish, that nothing short of the most methodical and studied evaluation of the process would be acceptable, I was further impressed. Anything less thorough would have aroused my concerns regarding a potential partner's practices, plans, and intentions. These factors, plus the persistence of Mercedes and the appreciation of the spirit of Alex and Ani by those who make decisions at CityTime and El Corte Inglés, are all too rare qualities in the world of business. Where do we find such enlightened human beings? In the midst of our negotiations, I was reminded of an exchange between Ernest Hemingway in For Whom the Bells Toll. There are no other countries like Spain, Robert Jordan said politely. You are right, Fernando said. There is no other country in the world like Spain. I don't think Papa would mind me adding, or like Japan. Last night, I attempted to place all of that Alex and Ani has achieved over the past 7 years into a historical and cultural perspective. We reviewed the history of the jewelry industry in Rhode Island. Our state was recognized around the world as the jewelry capital of America, and how Rhode Island exported to the world the term made in America, which made it synonymous with the highest quality workmanship. After a self-imposed hibernation that has lasted far too long, Made in America has once again awakened to stand as a symbol of quality. It is a statement to be made with pride. And so too is to boast, made in Rhode Island. Once again, our mission at Alex and Ani is to design products that adorn the body, enlighten the mind, and empower the spirit. Selling Adorn is the easy part. Just look at what we offer to the world. How, though, can we possibly make tangible, let alone market, enlightenment and empowerment? How do we express positive energy in the language of Madison Avenue? And how can a former Army officer, rigorously trained in some of the most sober, scientifically oriented disciplines, commit himself to making certain that Alex and Ani does just that? Actually, the answer is best expressed simply as a modification of the old truism, seeing is believing. Seeing and feeling is believing. With a deep reverence for the power of symbols, Carolyn creates adornments that do indeed express awareness, empowerment, and inner beauty. And as she repeatedly advises us, take the inner journey. The rewards are great. For all of us who are on intimate terms with the stunning success of Alex and Ani, it is quite easy to heed Carolyn's advice. We are convinced by the math and the magic that our products shimmer with a subtle patina of positive energy, so intense and irresistible as to bid us pay no worship to the garish sun, as Shakespeare so eloquently stated. The bottom line, Carolyn taps into a positive energy that is deep and universal. The people of Japan and Spain, like people everywhere, are empowered by it. And they have responded positively in the extreme to its manifestations as created, or is the word channeled more appropriate, by Carolyn in her designs. Positive energy. Alex and Ani creates products that capture it. Then we bring them and it to the world. The rest is easy. Thank you.